So this is a bonus video, I guess, because I had extra notes. I learned about all the faulty perceptions, and that was really insightful because it's like, oh, I know how to, and I'm like, oh, wait, I can spot this in other people and myself. I'm becoming more self-realized. That's crazy. Anyway, so uncertainty reduction, super interesting to learn about. Low-key, it's a really complicated thing that we humans just do. We don't really think about it. We just monitor ourselves. We observe the social environment, be like, what personality shall I, how much of me can I put into the room? Read the room. That's insane how we can just do that, and it's so cool. How we monitor our environment and how we learn more about others and adapt to the environment, that's so cool. And we don't think about it. We're like, yeah. Well, I feel you're better at it if you do think about it, but just on a subconscious level, people just do it, and they most of the time get along pretty okay, but that's kind of scary. Like, you could use that for like some Machiavellian things, be like, oh, I know exactly what part of my personality to get into people's minds, and like, ooh, it's freaky. I learned about forming impressions. I knew physical appearance was a huge part of like big impressions. That's why all the business people are like, oh, you should dress your best, have confidence, how you stand, and appearance-wise. But I didn't know about the implicit personality theory and assumed similarity. But I've done both of these things before, and now that I'm conscious of these tendencies, I'm going to be a lot more careful and nitpicky with how I perceive a first impression. Not the person, but like how I'm perceiving it. Be like, oh, am I thinking this because I'm thinking through it, or it's just a assumption I've made? I've just attached personality to something in their appearance, or something they've said, like, oh, I'm an athlete. Oh, you're an athlete. I see. So you're strong, you're reliable, you're good at something like that. I'm gonna try to not do that as much. I learned about attributions and other distorted perceptions, the situational, reason beyond somebody's control, so thinking someone's late because they got in an accident. But then the kind of harmful one is the dispositional attribution, where you attribute a behavior to some cause under control of a person. So they're late because they're forgetful and an awful person, and I don't like them, I don't want to be friends, even though it probably isn't that deep. They probably just forgot. You're crazy. Learned about selective perception, a perceptual distortion that arises from paying attention only to what we expect to see or hear and ignoring what we don't expect. And forced consistency, an accurate attempt to make several perceptions about another person agree with each other. And again, all of these things we do on a subconscious level. And now that I know about these, I'm like, oh, I need to check myself and do better. It's crazy, because it's just crazy how humans just naturally do this, and it blows my mind. Like, are we even taught how to make these assumptions? It just comes naturally almost. It's just kind of freaky. I don't know. I'm kind of rambling now because the official assignment's over. This is just extra. Yeah, it just blows my mind how much thought we don't give in communication, but we really need to. I said this in the last vlog, but it just keeps blowing my mind. I'm like, oh, that would explain a lot of things. That would explain a lot of Facebook and church drama. A lot of high school drama too, I'm not gonna lie. It's crazy. It's just, humans are such crazy, beautiful, complicated things. We're all just kaleidoscopes, and no matter how we turn that little scope, there's just a new angle, a new beautiful complexity, another design to us, and that's so incredible. So, yeah, that's what I've learned.